హలో ఆల్. సో ఈరోజు మనం చూడబోయే క్వశ్చన్స్ ప్లాంట్ కింగ్డమ్ నుంచి టోటల్గా 100 క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయి మనకి. సో 1 by 1 క్వశ్చన్స్ సాల్వ్ చేద్దాం. సో హియర్ ఈస్ ద ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. 101 సెలెక్ట్ ద ఇన్కరెక్ట్ పేర్. సో ఇన్కరెక్ట్ పేర్ ఏంటి దీంట్లో? న్యూమరికల్ టాక్సానమీకి కంప్యూటర్స్ వాడతాము, రైట్. సైటో టాక్సానమీకి బిహేవియర్ ఆఫ్ క్రోమోజోమ్స్, రైట్. కీమో టాక్సానమీకి క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ కెమికల్స్ ఫౌండ్ ఇన్ ప్లాంట్స్, ఇది తప్పు. సో కెమికల్స్ని క్లాసిఫై చేయం, ప్లాంట్స్ని క్లాసిఫై చేస్తాం బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద కెమికల్స్. సో ఆప్షన్ 3 ఈజ్ ఇన్కరెక్ట్. ఫైలోజెనెటిక్ అంటే ఎవల్యూషనరీ రిలేషన్షిప్, అది రైట్. ఫ్లోరీడియన్ స్టార్చ్ ఇస్ సిమిలర్ టు అమైలోపెక్టిన్ అండ్ గ్లైకోజన్, ఆప్షన్ 2 ఈజ్ రైట్. Algae have rigid cell wall made up of inner cellulose and outer pectin is found in. సో ఇది క్లోరోఫైషియాలో ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి మనకి ఓన్లీ క్లోరోఫైషియల్ మెంబర్స్ని మాత్రమే తీయాలి. ఓల్వాక్స్ చారా క్లోరోఫైషియా, 1 ఈజ్ రైట్. యులోథ్రిక్స్ పైరోగైరా, ఇది కూడా క్లోరోఫైషియానే. సో 1, 2. ఫ్యూకస్ క్లోరోఫైషియా కాదు, ఫ్యూకస్ ఈజ్ ఫియోఫైషియా. Sargassum Phaeophysia and Porphyra rhodophysia. So 1 and 2 are correct. So option 4. The main plant body of bryophytes, haploid. It produces gametes, hence we call it as gametophytes. Okay. So the option 2 is correct. In bryophytes, the sex organs are multicellular. Male sex organ is antheridium. Female sex organ is archegonium. So option 4 is right. In case of heterosporous, the gametophyte is always dioecious. You will be having separate thallus for male and female. So option 1 is correct. Microsporophyll and megasporophyll of gymnosperms is homologous with structures of angiosperms respectively. Stamens and carpel. So option 1, stamens means male reproductive structure, carpels are female reproductive structure. Pollen grain of gymnosperms are carried by air currents and come in contact with the opening of ovules borne on the megasporophyll. So this is right. Pollen tube is carrying the male gamete grow towards the archegonia in the ovule and discharge their contents near the mouth of archegonia. Idi correct. Represents the male gametophyte. Idi correct. More than one option is correct, right? Option 4 is appropriate. The spores of pteridophytes are haploid. So they germinate and gives rise to inconspicuous small multicellular free living photosynthetic thalloid gametophyte called prothallus. The spore of bryophytes germinate to form green free living gametophyte. Option 4. Select the mismatch. Cycas. This is wrong. Cycas is coralloid roots, cyanobacteria. So option 1 is wrong. Option 1 is right. So this is a mismatch. Salvinia heterosporus, right. Equestum homosporus, right. Liverworts gemma cups, right. Flagellated isogamous type. Flagellated isogamous is Ulothrix. So 1 is Q. Non-flagellated isogamous is Pyrogyra. 2 is P. 1 is Q, 2 is P. Anisogamous Eudorina. 3 is S. Oogamous Volvox and Fucus are. So option 1 is right. Gametophytic generation in angiosperms is represented by male pollen, female embryo sac. Male pollen grain, female embryo sac. Option 1 is correct. A prothallus is a structure, gametophytic free living structure formed in pteridophytes. So option 3 is right. Protonema is haploid and found in mosses. So option 1 is correct. A plant show thallus level of organization. It show haploid rhizoids. it need water for complete its life cycle. Because the male gametes are motile, it may belong to bryophytes. Option 4. So choose the correct statement. Gametophytes of pteridophytes are vascular. No. Sporophytes of all bryophytes are independent. No. Gametophytes of spermatophyte, that is gymnosperms and angiosperms, are dependent. Right? Option 3 is right. Name how many characters in the box are listed related to moss. Not. It is haploid gametophyte, so this is wrong. Protonema is right. Rhizoids is right. So 1, 2. Vascular sporophyte is right. Sorry, wrong. You don't have vascular sporophyte. 1. Protonema, rhizoids. Haploid spore mother cell. Right? Sorry, no. Diploid spore mother cell. So spores are produced from meiosis. So it is wrong. So 1, 2. Fragmentation is right. Dependent sporophyte is right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Avascular gametophyte. This is right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So option 4. It is not diploid prothallus. Haploid. There is no prothallus. So suppose a bryophyte, a pteridophyte, a gymnosperm and angiosperm have a same haploid number of chromosomes. N is equal to 10. Then what will be the chromosomal number of the following structure? So rhizoid of bryophyte is 10. So option 4. Look for option 4. And pollen grain of gymnosperm is 10, right? Haploid. Prothallus of pteridophyte is 10, right? Foot and setae of bryophyte is 20 because that is sporophytic structure, diploid. And endosperm of angiosperm is 30, that is triploid. Sporophyll of pteridophyte is 20 because sporophyll is related to sporophyte. So have diploid. So option 4 is correct. Which of the following originate from megaspore? Embryo sac of angiosperm. Endosperm of gymnosperm is also originate from megaspore, right? Female gametes of angiosperm and gymnosperm, right? More than one option is correct. Strobilus formation occurs in equistem, right? Horse tail, we call it as, because of that strobilus. Which one of the following is not a characteristic feature of bryophyte? Vascular tissue. Option 4 is appropriate. They don't have vascular tissue. The gametophyte of Xylotum bears Anthridiophore and Archegoniophore. Option 3 is right. In which one of the following male and female gametophytes do not have free living independent existence? Cedrus, which is a gymnosperm. Remaining polytrichum is bryophyte. Terris is pteridophyte. And Funaria is also a moss. Mannitol is a stored food chemical in. Mannitol is stored food chemical in Phaeophycia. So we have to go on Fucus. Fucus is Phaeophycia. And bryophytes resemble algae in the following aspects. Thallus-like body, lack of vascular strands, and autotrophic nutrition. Option 2 is right. Coralloid roots of cycas possess symbiotic association with certain monerans, which is cyanobacteria, cyanobacteria anabina. Which of the following statements is incorrect regarding bryophytes? Zygote undergo meiosis to produce sporophyte. This first one is incorrect. Zygote undergo mitosis to produce. Fertilization takes place in the presence of water. Sporophyte is the parasite over gametophyte. Only option 1 is incorrect. Consider the following statement regarding the gymnosperms and choose the correct option. In gymnosperms, male and female gametophytes have an independent existence. No. Option A is incorrect. In multicellular, female gametophyte is retained within the megasporangium. Right? Gymnosperms are always heterosporous. A is false. B and C are true. Option 4. Phaeophycia. We have to match it. Phaeophycia is mannitol, right? A is right. Rhodophycia is dictyota, wrong. So chlorophycia is non-metal gametes, wrong. Rhodophycia is R phycoerythrin. A and D are only correct. So option 3. Which one of the following are correct statements? Pteridophytes gametophyte has a protonymal and leafy stage. No. Moths have a protonymal and leafy stage, not pteridophytes. In gymnosperms, female gametophyte are free living. No. False. Anthridiophore and archegoniophore are present in pteridophytes, right? Origin of seed habit, Anthridium and Anthridiophore, archegoniophores are present in Anthridia and archegonia. So origin of seed habit can be traced in pteridophytes, right? Option 4 is right. Isogamous condition with non-flagellated gametes are found in Spirogyra. Option 1 is correct. Which one is wrongly matched? Biflagellated gametes, Polysiphonia. Right? No, sorry. There is no gametes at all. There is no flagella at all. Option 1 is correct. Biflagellated zoospore brown algae is right. Gemmacups mercantia is right. Unicellular organism chlorella is right. So option 1 is wrongly matched. Which one of the following statement is correct? Ovules are not enclosed by ovary wall in gymnosperms. Right. First statement is right. It is the right correct statement. Selaginella is heterosporous, whereas Salvinia is homosporous. No. Hostiles are pteridophytes, not gymnosperms. They are given gymnosperms. Stems are usually unbranched in both Cycas and Cedrus. Right. Sorry. In Cycas it is unbranched. In Cedrus it is branched. Funaria requires water because fertilization occurs only in the presence of water. Option 1. Moss of which forms dense extensively mat on the soil will prevent soil erosion. Option 2. Sporophytic phase in Funaria is well developed and composed of foot setae capsule. Option 1. Male cone of pinus is formed by microsporophylls. 4. Pyrenoid is seen in which set of organisms? You have to go with green algae. Spirogyra and Eulothrix. Option 2. The giant algae or kelps belonging to the class Phaeophycia. Option 1 is correct. Naked seeds of gymnosperm means the absence of which of the following structure? Fruit is absent. Means ovary is absent, so fruit is absent. Roots of some genera like Pinus, mycorrhizal association. Which of the following is a correct match of algal class and is characteristic reserve food? Chlorophycia starch, right? Phaeophycia mannitol and laminarin, right? Rhodophycia is Floridian starch, right? All of this. The cell wall constituent containing algin and polysulfate esters are found among algin, Phaeophycia, polysulfate esters, Rhodophycia. So option 3 is right. The system of classification used by Linnaeus to classify plants was based on androecium structure or vegetative characters. Option 2 is right. The member of Phaeophycia have gelatinous coating outside the cellulosic wall, which we call it as algin. Option 1 is correct. Conifers are adapted to tolerate extreme environmental conditions because of thick cuticle. Option 1. Bryophytes are also called amphibians of plant kingdom because these plants can live in soil but dependent on water for sexual reproduction. Option 3. Most common type of asexual spore among the algae are zoospores. Option 1 is right. Mosses are closely related to liverworts. Option 3. Gemma are green multicellular asexual buds found in mercantia. Option 3 is correct. Choose the incorrect statement. Spores are formed after meiosis in bryophytes, right? Pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms, right? Mercantia is dioecious, while sphagnum is monoecious, right? Sporophyte in moss is less elaborate. No. Sporophyte in moss is more elaborate than liverworts. Pteridophytes is limited. and restricted to narrow geographical area as they are vascular cryptogams, right? Starting from bryophytes, zygote always produce sporophyte, right? So incorrect statement is 3 is incorrect. They are vascular cryptogams, are limited and restricted to narrow geographical area as they are the reason is they need water for sexual reproduction. So 3 and 4 are incorrect. Read the following statement with respect to bryophytes. Sporophyte of multicellular, right? Sporophyte is free living, no. 1 is correct. Spores germinate to produce sporophyte, no. Spores germinate to produce gametophyte. Some cells of sporophyte undergo reduction division to produce haploid spores, right? 2, 1, 4 is right. Gametophyte is non-photosynthetic structure. No photosynthetic structure, only 2 are right. So option 4. In most predominant stages of life cycle is gametophytic green protonema and the gametophytic leafy stage. Option 3 is right. Macrophyll are found among Dryopteris and Selaginella. Selaginella is macrosporophyll. So option 1. Mycorrhizal association. Pinus, P is 4. Cyanobacterial association is 3. Cycas. Branched tree. Cedrus. Heterospory. Selaginella salvinia 1. Unlike bryophytes and pteridophytes, in angiosperms the male and female gametophyte do not have an independent free living existence. Yes, right. So option 1. So select the correct incorporation sequence of one structure within the other of gymnosperm. Spores are present in sporangia. Sporangia are present in sporophylls. Sporophylls are present in strobilus. Option 4. Select the haploid structure of gymnosperms. Endosperm is haploid, pollen is haploid, megaspore is haploid. Option 4 is correct. The dominant phase of bryophyte is haploid gametophyte, pteridophyte is diploid sporophyte. While in gymnosperms, diploid sporophyte. Option 3 is appropriate. Holdfast, type and frond constitute the plant body in case of Phaeophycia, Ectocarpus, laminaria, fucus. Option 3 is right. Which one of the following economic importance is mentioned incorrectly? Choose the same. Sphagnum peat moss, right? Certain marine and brown algae produce hydrocolloids, right? Sargassum used as food, right? Laminaria, source of agar, no, a source of algin. So option 4 is wrong. So option 4 is incorrectly matched. So this is the right one. If you ask to classify the algae into distinct groups, which of the following characters you should be choose? Types of pigments and nature of food stored in the cell. Selaginella and salvinia are considered to represent a significant step towards evolution of seed habit because embryo develop in female gametophyte which is retained in the parent sporophyte. Option 2 is right. Mercantia is dioecious, which is unisexual. Consider the following statement with respect to algae. Fusion between one large non-motile female gamete with the smaller motile male gamete is termed as oogamous in volvox and fucus, right? Fusion of two gametes dissimilar in size is determined as anisogamous in Eudorina, right? Fusion of two similar gametes, we call it as anisogamous in Spirogyra. Wrong. A and B are correct. So option 1. Select the incorrect statement from the following with respect to artificial system of classification. Vegetative and sexual characters have given equal weightage. This is right. The system separated closely related species into different groups, right? Used only gross superficial morphological characters such as habit, color, number and shape of leaves, right? The system is practiced by Bentham and Hooker. No, the system is practiced by Carl Linnaeus. Option 4 is appropriate. Numerical taxonomy, cytotaxonomy, chemotaxonomy are used to resolve confusion in classify the organisms. This is useful in case of when fossils are unavailable to establish phylogeny. 2. Select the correct statement with respect to the ecological role of algae. They are the primary producers of energy-rich compound forming food cycles of aquatic organisms. So option 3 is appropriate. So to confuse us, they have given at least half of the oxygen is fixed. No, half of the carbon dioxide is fixed. Discoid, plate-like, reticulate, cup-shaped, spiral or ribbon-shaped chloroplast are seen in Chlorophycia, Psilopsida, Xylotum, 1 is yes. Lycopsida, Lycopodium and Selaginella R, 2 is R. 1 is yes, 2 is R. Spinopsida, Equestum, 3 is Q. And Pteropsida, Pteris, Dryopteris, Adiantum, P. Phylogenetic system of classification differ from natural system including evolutionary relationship between the various organisms. Option 3. The main plant body of bryophyte is sporophytic. No. The main plant body of pteridophytes is gametophytic. No. Both are incorrect. Option 2. You have to find out what is there in the figure. A is dwarf shoot, B is long shoot, and C is seeds belong to ginkgo of gymnosperms. Option 4. Sorry. Find the incorrect statement among the following. In pteridophytes, gametophyte is dependent on sporophyte. No. Gametophyte is independent and sporophyte is independent. The megaspore mother cell in pinus plant. Differentiated from one of the cells of nucellus. Option 1. Selaginella differs from Pteris in which of the following characters? Heterosporous condition. Option 4. 178. Which of the following is correct? Sporophytic moss is more elaborate than liverworts, right? The liverworts has more elaborate mechanism of spore dispersal. No. The capsule of liverworts lacks spores. No. Vegetative reproduction in moss is by fragmentation and budding in primary Potonema. No. So option 1 is right. 179. So first one is fucus having air bladder, frond, midrib and holdfast. Second one is sphagnum. Third one is Selaginella. Fourth one is Alvinia. Option 1. Select the correct statements. Gymnosperms are both homosporous and heterosporous. No, it is always heterosporous. Salvinia, ginkgo and pinus all are gymnosperms. No, Salvinia is pteridophyte. Sequoia is one of the tallest tree. Right. This is the appropriate one. The leaves of gymnosperms are not well adapted. No, they are well adapted. Option 3 is right. Which of the following groups of plants consist of members without motile gametes? So we have to go with red algae. So only red algae and so Eucalyptus cedrus, Spirogyra, Polysiphonia. Option 1. Algae include unicellular forms like Chlamydomonas, filamentous like Eulothrix, colonial like Volvox. Option 4. 183. Porphyra is algae. 1 is R. Pinus, gymnosperm. 2 is yes. 1 is R, 2 is yes. Xylotum. Pteridophyte P. Polytrichum moss. So option 4. 1 is R, 2 is S, 3 is Q and 4 is P. So you have to select the correct one. Sex organs. Meiosis will produce the gametes, and syngamy, zygote, mitosis. And sporangium. So sex organs, mitosis, and sporangium will produce spores by meiosis. Spores will undergo mitosis to produce mitosis, meiosis. So option 4. So 185. Ex phaeophysia is fucoxanthin, and stored food in chlorophysia is starch, and no flagella. Flagella is absent. So fucoxanthin, starch and flagella is absent. Option 4. Plant of this group is diploid, well adapted to extreme conditions. They grow bearing sporophyll in compact structure called cones. This group in reference is gymnosperm, right? The giant redwood tree, Sequoia sempervirensis, is gymnosperm. Option 4. A common example of red algae is Porphyra and Gracilaria, both 1 and 2. Option 4. A protein-rich unicellular algae is Chlorella. Option 1. Which of the following can be regarded as seedless vascular plants? Pteridophytes. Option 4. When a plant produces 2 kinds of spores, the condition is known as heterospory. Option 3. The seed habit is linked to heterospory. Option 2. In which of the following all listed genera belong to the same plant group? Porphyra, Ectocarpus, Ulothrix. All the 3 are algae. Sargassum do not have. Chlorophyll B, because they have A and C, and fucoxanthin. Read the given statement among algae and select the correct option. Plant body is thalloid, right? Largely aquatic, right? Reproduction is vegetative, sexual and asexual, right? Chlamydomonas, Volvox, Ulothrix are multicellular algae. Wrong. So 1, 2, 3 are right. 1, 2, 3 are true. Chlamydomonas is unicellular. After double fertilization, the changes observed are PEN transforms into zygote. No. So A is correct, is wrong. You can take out the 1 and 4. Egg transformed to zygote. So you can look for 2 and 3. One of the polar nuclei transform into PN. No. Secondary nucleus transformed to PN. So B and D. So option 3. In Cycas, specialized roots are associated with N2 fixation cyanobacteria called coralloid roots. Option 2. Sporophyte of fern produces spores. Option 2. The second stage of gametophyte in moss is leafy, which develop from the secondary protonema as a lateral bud. Consists of upright slender axis bearing leaves spirally arranged. So option 1 and 2. In most green algae, pyrenoids represent storage bodies located in chloroplast. Option 1. So these are the questions related to plant kingdom. So totally you have 100 questions. So I hope this is most helpful for you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.